humanity is a kaleidoscope of the impossible. Some bodies defy biology, surviving the extreme or possessing cognitive abilities that surpass understanding. Get ready to meet 10 men whose existence proves that human limits are merely suggestions. Number 10, Johnny Quinn. Resilience in the face of inferno. Johnny Quinn, originally from Millington, Tennessee, is the embodiment of survival. At just 4 years old, he was a victim of a house fire that burned over 95% of his body. His sister Leah pulled him from the flames, but the damage was extreme. Placed in a coma for several months, doctors anticipated his death. Throughout his life, Johnny endured between 80 and 100 surgeries, countless hours of physical therapy, and above all, deep emotional torment. He faced bullying, depression, and suicidal thoughts. Yet, he refused to let his scars define him. He now identifies as a burned Thor, sharing his story to inspire self-acceptance. He dreams of becoming a model, using his unique appearance and resilience to challenge conventional beauty standards and prove that strength comes from within. His journey is a powerful testament to the transformation of pain into a noble objective. Number 9, Jeffrey Ortega. The weight of Proteus syndrome. Jeffrey Ortega, from Deerfield Beach, Florida, lives with Proteus syndrome, a rare disease that causes abnormal and excessive growth of bones, skin, and tissues. Since childhood, his hands, legs, and hips have been affected, but it is his feet that suffer the greatest deformation. His left foot measures approximately 17 inches in circumference and 14 inches in length, while his right is 14.5 inches in circumference and 12 inches in length, about double the normal size. Jeffrey suffers from constant pain, and his mobility is extremely limited, making him dependent on a wheelchair. After multiple unsuccessful surgical attempts to slow down growth, Jeffrey made the difficult decision to request the amputation of his left foot, believing that a prosthetic would allow him to walk again. The cost of the procedure, including surgery and the prosthetic, amounts to approximately $40,000, for which he launched a GoFundMe campaign. His struggle is a quest for physical relief and social dignity after years of challenges. Number 8, Romesh Daghi, Ichthyosis and the Stone Boy. Romesh Daghi, an 11-year-old boy from Nepal, is sadly nicknamed the Stone Boy. A few days after his birth, his skin began to peel and regenerate abnormally, transforming into thick, scaly, and hardened plaques that covered his entire body. Over time, these scales made his skin stiff and immobile, giving him the appearance of turning to stone. Doctors diagnosed him with a severe form of ichthyosis, a genetic skin disorder. Romesh endures extreme pain, has great difficulty walking, and is largely confined to his home, his movements being very limited. His family, facing financial constraints, long had limited access to care. Thanks to global attention and support, Romesh is now receiving treatment at Kathmandu Medical College. Doctors are working to delicately remove the hardened scales to improve his mobility. His story is a powerful example of resilience and hope in the face of a condition that seems to transform life into stone. Number 7, Madelung's disease, the unheard neck. The man who opens this list with the widest neck ever seen is a patient suffering from Madelung's disease, or cervical lipomatosis. This rare condition is characterized by unusual fat deposits that develop around the neck and shoulders, forming a collar-like structure. It primarily affects middle-aged men and is sometimes linked to heavy alcohol consumption, though not always. Unlike normal fat, these growths do not disappear with diet or exercise. In advanced cases, they can seriously impede breathing, swallowing, and movement. The only available treatment is surgery or liposuction, but the fat often tends to regrow, making the condition chronic. Rare and mysterious, Madelung's disease is a striking reminder of how the human body can defy conventional biology. This unique medical phenomenon shows us that even the most fundamental bodily structures can be remodeled by unpredictable internal mechanisms. Number 6. Stephen Peat, congenital insensitivity to pain. Stephen Peat was born with an incredibly rare genetic condition, congenital insensitivity to pain, CIP. He has never felt physical pain in his life. His case is all the more fascinating because he grew up with his twin brother, Chris, who also suffered from CIP, but died from complications related to this absence of sensation. Very young, his parents noticed the anomaly. As a baby, he would bite his tongue until it bled without crying. As a child, he would break bones without even realizing it, once walking for days with a fractured leg. For Stephen, the absence of pain is not an advantage, but a daily danger. Pain is the body's vital warning system. Without it, a simple injury can become fatal. Stephen has undergone countless injuries and surgeries without painkillers. As an adult, he shares his story to raise awareness and help researchers understand this mystery, proving that the absence of what we seek to avoid can be just as destructive as its presence. Number 5. Zamora, the Torture King, Master of Endurance. Tim Credland, under the stage name Zamora the Torture King, has made a career by performing extreme feats, impaling himself with sharp objects, walking on hot coals, and lying on beds of nails. The incredible thing is that he seems to feel no pain. Although he has no official diagnosis of CIP, it is believed that he possesses an extreme form of pain tolerance. Scientists have been interested in his nervous system, with some reports suggesting a significantly higher pain threshold than average, allowing him to perform his stunts without flinching. Tim began exploring human limits at a very young age, training physically and mentally to resist conditions that would require hospitalization for others. He insists that his acts are not illusions, but demonstrations of the power of the mind over the body. Zamora has inspired millions of people with his endurance, proving how powerful and mysterious the connection between body and mind can be. Number 4. Wim Hof, the Iceman and breathing. Wim Hof, the famous Dutch iceman, is known worldwide for his incredible ability to resist extreme cold. His exploits include running marathons in glacial conditions, swimming under ice, and the world record for the longest ice bath, remaining submerged for nearly 2 hours. Hof attributes his tolerance not to a superpower, but to his Wim Hof method, a regime of breathing techniques, cold exposure, and meditation that, he claims, anyone can master. The method relies on deep breathing exercises that increase oxygen in the body, combined with gradual exposure to cold to improve circulation and strengthen the immune system. Scientific studies have confirmed that his techniques can effectively modify the body's response to stress and extreme temperatures. Hof inspires the world, encouraging people to embrace the cold, breathe deeply, and unlock unexplored levels of mental and physical strength. He proves that our potential far exceeds our beliefs. Number 3. Michel Lotito, Monsieur Mangetout, the Plain Eater. Michel Lotito, a Frenchman born in 1950, became a global sensation for his literally impossible diet. Suffering from pica, a rare psychological disorder, Michel did not merely nibble on inedible objects, he consumed them entirely. As early as 1966, he began performing, devouring bicycles, televisions, razor blades, and even a coffin. His most insane feat was the consumption of a Cessna 150 airplane, which he dismantled and ingested piece by piece over a period of 2 years. Against all odds, he survived. Doctors discovered that Michel possessed an exceptionally thick stomach lining and incredibly powerful digestive juices, protecting him from sharp objects and toxic substances. Ironically, soft foods like bananas made him sick. In total, he is estimated to have eaten over 9 tons of metal, earning him a Guinness World Record. Lotito died of natural causes at 57, remaining a mysterious medical anomaly. Number 2. Prahlad Jani, the man without food or water. Prahlad Jani, or Mataji, was an Indian mystic who claimed to have lived for over 70 years without food or water. According to him, a blessing received from a Hindu goddess at the age of 11 allowed him to sustain himself without sustenance or even using the toilet. This claim sparked intense skepticism but led to scientific investigations. In 2003 and 2010, Jani was placed under strict surveillance by Indian doctors in military hospital settings, sometimes for 15 consecutive days. During these periods, he was constantly monitored and showed no significant signs of dehydration or organ failure, baffling the medical community. Although scientists could not explain the phenomenon by known biological laws, Jani's case challenged the limits of human endurance. Deceased in 2020 at 90 years old, he leaves behind a legacy as a symbol of the unexplained and a medical enigma that continues to defy rational science. Number 1. Stephen Wiltshire, the artist and the human camera. Stephen Wiltshire is an autistic British artist, recognized worldwide for his extraordinary ability to draw complex and detailed urban landscapes entirely from memory. Having received a diagnosis of autism very young, he initially struggled with communication, but discovered his talent for drawing at the age of 3. His memorization ability is astonishing. His most famous feat occurred in 2009, when he drew a complete panoramic view of Rome after seeing it from a helicopter for just 45 minutes. He can recreate entire cities with microscopic precision, including the layout of streets, buildings, and even the placement of vehicles. Nicknamed the human camera, Stephen has illustrated cities like London, New York, and Tokyo, and his works have been exhibited everywhere. His story highlights how autism, in some cases, can unlock highly developed cognitive talent, proving that the potential of the human mind can exceed all expectations. Number 11. The moment of unforeseen cases. Laura lives in Los Angeles, in a small house on the outskirts. Her body, marked by a rare disease, often attracts attention. She works from home, rarely goes out, but maintains a simple routine. Every day, she copes with the stairs, supported by a loved one always present, her husband Johnson. These men, through their resilience, their rare conditions, or their unexplained talents, remind us that the boundaries of normalcy are constantly being redefined. Continue to explore with us the mysteries and incredible potential of the human species.